Today we'll be testing the most creative redstone builds in Minecraft to see if they actually work. One of the worst things you can do is blow up someone's base, but what you could do is build one of these anxiety machines outside of someone's base, which is timed up just perfectly so that it will never explode. First thing I'm gonna do is place the diamond ore down. This is what the redstone's gonna come off of, just like that. That comes out to the side, redstone it over. This is supposedly not gonna blow it up, and all I gotta do is put down redstone. Seems a little bit too easy to be true, but let's try it and see. Oh, yes, there it is. Now, if someone's in your base building anxiety machines, you're gonna need a way to protect yourself. So what you can do is create an intruder alarm bell. Whenever someone walks into your front door, an alarm will go off, and it can actually go anywhere in the world. 4x5x4 is the hole. We're gonna pick a back corner. We put an observer off of it like this. And then we do the same thing to the other side. Apparently a bell goes here, a bell goes here. Then you pop it over with some clay and then like come in with an observer and go straight down like this. Now, if you're confused about what this is,
so am I.
So don't worry. So what we did here is just add a couple more pieces of clay on the side. Oh, I know exactly what we're about to do, guys. We gotta take the redstone inverter and do the, that's it right there. That's the entire build. So watch this. I put this thing down on the side. Ready? Seems we have misplaced something somewhere. Did I put my bell wrong? My bell gotta be sideways. I think we got it. Boom! Check it out. Now you'll know if someone's entering your base, which is optimal to make sure they're not gonna destroy you with some of the other builds we've got throughout this video. For example, so look at this thing. It goes through and it actually legitimately mows all the grass on your property. And I don't think you want that. If you are a dad, this one will be great for you. Pause. I just wanna take a moment to fill your guys' brain with a cursed image. Steve, but bald. Are your eyes burning yet? Good. That's it. That's all I want to do. Make your eyes burn. There's no sponsor today. Got him. Today's video is sponsored by Keeps. More like keep that hair though. Am I right, Zacklings? Hair loss runs in my family. In fact, my dad's bald, my mom's super short, so there's a real possibility I become a bald short man one day. I don't want that, okay? I really don't. In fact, 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness before they're 35. I'm 26, so like it's coming up, so hopefully I'm good. I mean, I kind of like my hair. I don't want to lose it. But the best thing you can do to prevent that from happening is save your hair before it's too late, because once it's gone, it's gone. There's no really getting it back, all right? So you got to prevent that from happening. So back in the old days, back when they had black and white TV, when our parents were growing up, you had to go to a doctor and get a real prescription from a pharmacy. But now, thanks to Keep, you guys can just go to a doctor online, get your prescription online, and they will mail it to you every 3 months right on time. If you don't want to be bald, then don't go bald. Click the link down below in the description. Use keeps.com/LoverFella to save 50% off your first order. That's a huge discount. So save your hair, gentlemen. Click the link below today. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm just gonna do gold because that's what we do here today. So this must be like the basic of the lawnmower. And also, I don't know what direction it's gonna go. So make sure you guys watch this one all the way to make sure it faces the right way at the end. So at the beginning, what you're making here is just your basic 2-block.
Little doohickey right here.
We popping down a double obby on top. Double observer, got that face coming this way. Now this is where you don't want to mess up. People mess up the observers. Now I don't know who, but people.
I'm not one of them.
You got to now make it go backwards, and then they could go up, and then put an observer on top of it. We're gonna put 2 on top, then break everything we just placed, and then put another one underneath. Why do we do all this? Just to break these again. Is that all you wanted? It was just to put 2 of these face down? Now, as expected, guys, slime block goes here. Apparently on both sides now. This is the old wheels of the lawnmower, apparently. This is kind of like the blades of the mower here, the stairs. That's what your blades would be. So I'm gonna be Blackstone blades. So, I mean, the wild thing about this is somehow we seem to have been facing the correct direction with this. That's real good.
Also aggressive looking.
If you are a dad watching right now, time to get excited, guys, because this is it. I think all we do now is place one of our gold blocks on top, and she should take off and go, all right? So we're going to wind her up, pull the old ripcord, as they say. No, it's going the wrong way. No.
No. Okay.
It's going to hit the tree. Hold up. What's gonna happen if it hits the sugarcane? Well, oh, look at that! This could be an auto sugarcane farm. The only downside is any change in elevation kind of destroys this whole thing. It's gonna keep on going. Our first bit of mowing. Oh, it just picked up the ground and just keeps going. It is working flawlessly. What's gonna happen if it hits this though? At the end of the day, that is one of the most pointless machines you could ever make. Is Among Us cool anymore? You can make an Among Us vent in Minecraft according to TikTok. But we're gonna put some work in for this one. It's gonna play Among Us music while walking through, open up a secret door, give you a legitimate vent. I am like 92% sure that I made this wrong already. Feast your eyes, Isaac noobs, on this giant hole in the ground. Okay, so I'm gonna get these note box played. This is really the hardest thing. I've never actually, to be honest, made one of these in my entire life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gotta make the whole entire ground here grass. That way they sound better. Theoretically, this will work. I have no idea if it will or not. I'm kind of curious. Can I just do a quick test here and see? Well, that did nothing. That's not a good sign, to be honest with you, early on. I think I know what to do now. Now we just gotta make a simple old door here in the ground. And by simple, I mean not simple. This is the important part right here. I can see what's wrong by getting these sticky pistons placed. So I think that is correct. I think I built it like a little bit off, so I gotta kind of redo all the redstone in the back of it. I have successfully built one of the most difficult redstone contraptions ever, and I'm about to show you how insane and cool this actually is. So we're gonna cover up most of the redstone here so you can't really see what's going on. We're gonna pretend like all of this is covered up. I kind of want you to see it in case you're gonna follow along at home. But what you do is walk up and the music times up perfectly to the opening of the trapdoors. Just take a look at how satisfying this is. Watch this. How cool is that? It literally is like the most amazing entrance I've ever seen inside of a base, like ever. Here's a very peaceful redstone build for you called the Campfire Chest. Put down a campfire. Once you put the campfire out, it opens up a secret chest down below your base. Very smart way to do it. So campfire is gonna go right here. We need to dig out an area in front of it. You kind of got to get down and dirty to make this one work. Observer's got to be right underneath this bad boy. That's what's gonna pick up the signal when you put it out. All right, and then the piston goes down here with the redstone block on top of it. Very important, don't forget this. And then 2 stickies on the side. So your campfire is on top of like some kind of nuclear reactor down below. And this is the location of where your chest is gonna go. It's actually gonna be right underneath all of this action right down here. And then literally the last step is straight up just fill it in. That's it. Just like this all the way around. And then we'll just use a splash water bottle, but check it out. You put the fire out and then it hides it. You start the fire and then it shows you where your chest is and you can actually reach it down through these pistons right here. So it's a very cool idea. I don't know what your favorite chicken sandwich is. Maybe it's KFC, maybe it's Raising Cane's, maybe it's Chick-fil-A, or maybe it is this machine right here, which automatically is gonna cook that chicken for you as fresh as possible. All right, so that's it. Hopper connects to the chest and you're done.
Just kidding, there's more.
Your dispenser is gonna spit right into that little hop right there.
Just like that.
With another dispenser on top of it, it also spits out a little bit of stuff. Now, I don't know exactly why this hopper on the back gets carpet. Maybe it's just for design purposes. We are going to use a comparator. I know it's a scary word and none of us know what they really do. We just copy people. If you're like most people,
you would like to watch your animals perish
inside of this terrible machine designed for death. So you're going to put some glass on the outside. You want to make sure you can see them suffering. You need to actually redstone on top of these. So I'm not sure exactly why. It seems like we're all over the place now, but now we're putting a hopper in. Glass is coming up over top of the chest right now. We got to get some chickens in here. And it seems like you load this thing up with fireballs. So let's pop in our chickens. We are losing quite a few of them, but that's okay. We don't care. Hey, stop it, boys.
Gentlemen.
Okay, I think I see what's happening. These ones in the back are never gonna die because they're the ones laying eggs, which gets collected and goes into this dispenser down below, which means the bottom dispenser must remain open while the top one must remain full of fireballs. So every time a chicken is into the dispenser, it should launch out an egg. Let's try it. I'm gonna let these bad boys run wild. All right, I'm just gonna throw an egg in myself and see what happens because they ain't laying no eggs. So let's get an egg in there. And there it is. So look at that. So when you throw the egg in, every single time an egg is dropped, it's going to launch the fireballs. And when it launches fireballs, it's also going to launch the dispenser below it, which means it's also going to try to launch another egg, which was recently just dropped. Which means this will automatically kill and harvest your chickens forever. And when you come down here, if they die, it's gonna drop their meat inside of that. Now here's one you might like for your castle build. This is an automatic bridge that goes out and then you pull a lever and it comes back in and locks it in place. So you literally can extend or shoot an arrow to make your bridge extend. First, we need to go find like a hole or a wall to make a hole in. Now this dude gave us exact dimensions for how big your hole has to be, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm just gonna make a big hole and assume it's probably good. Here's our hole in the wall. Dug this hole out by hand, as I do, guys. You know I don't cheat and use World Edit.
I would never do that.
We start out with redstone lamps with obsidian below it and then observers coming off the back. We're gonna use slime, then honey, then slime, just like this, all right? All right, that must be the extendo bridge portion of it. Now it says, work on building whatever block you like. What do you want the bridge to actually look like? So obviously we're the Zacklings. I mean, we ain't messing around with wood. We're trying to make that diamond bridge. Now here's the time where I feel a little bit confused, overwhelmed. This is when we just start pulling out redstone and placing it randomly on the ground. So it looks like we're going underneath the obsidian here. I've never had expectations so low that something will work at all. So the redstone is underneath. We've got a bunch of observers facing the redstone. Don't ask me what any of this means. Okay, so that's apparently all you gotta do down here. Now you gotta make a line that goes all the way up to the top. We're really using target blocks in this. I mean, boy. Apparently, this is the redstone wiring. We want to put a little bit of obsidian down so that, like, you know, you don't want the lava to leak into your base or anything like that. Good news is my lava wall worked, and I think my redstone's not destroyed. I am going to try to pull the lever now and see what happens. Oh, that's because it's turned off. So now let's turn it on and see what happens. Okay, now we try. We're gonna get our bow out. We're gonna get some arrows in this bad boy. Again, very low chance this works, but here we go. Bow shot coming in. Yes! Yes! So here's the thing. I don't think mine extends all the way, unless that is all the way it goes. Like, I mean, there obviously is no more diamond blocks, so it seems to have gone exactly as far as it was meant to go. Maybe gonna look like this. So you got yourself a staircase up here, all right, just out in the middle of nowhere. Obviously, it's a very tough jump to make. And in fact, it might even be impossible, some would say. If you hit the arrow, it's gonna pull that thing out, and then you can use the bridge to walk into your base, which should obviously be right up here. But there's also another feature up here, which is a lever, and this disables the entire thing. So if you now shoot it with an arrow, nobody can get in. So you could disable it when you leave or when you don't want someone coming into your base. So this is like probably the most perfect bridge you could ever make in Minecraft. This thing is brilliantly designed. Now, if you're on the other end of the spectrum and you want to break into someone's base versus protect your base, you're going to want what's called a time bomb. So this bomb goes off depending on how much fuel is inside of your furnace. So you can calculate it to make it go off when you're like literally across the world so that they would never be able to blame you or whatever you want to do. You can really kind of assassinate people big time with a play like this. So we're going to build the time bomb in the darkness, all right, because we need to get to full 5. Go ahead and get these items in your inventory. I think this is it. Don't quote me on the rail though, that might be wrong. This is a very unique start, all right? You don't see this too often. Furnace, what goes in front of it? A lever? No, a rail, and then a piece of redstone. Now you do the double lever. Someone called this the southpaw of building. And we're also going to turn them both on so it gets even weirder. Now you want to put down a little cobby right here and then just kind of pop it up. These won't blow up, and you know it's placing if that E number goes up if you're on Java. If you're on Bedrock, I have absolutely no idea. Maybe it just makes this motion. So we'll go ahead and put somewhere around the vicinity of about 69 of these bad boys. There it is, 69 on the dot. Gotta have that. And we'll put in like a piece of coal and some coal ore. Nah, maybe we'll just do a piece of wood to make it easier. So they put these items in, they start smelting. This lever must be removed, and then once it's done, the entire thing will blow up. This is a literal timed bomb. You can run away, and there it goes. That is absolutely crazy. This is an insane redstone build. Insanely simple and insanely awesome. If you shoot it at the specific corner with a bow, it literally opens up a secret room. Now, the first thing you need to do for this one, find a spot where you want your secret base to be. You're gonna break a hole and then do a little bit of action like this, right? You got a hole and then you got your little boop. So this is where the magic happens, all right? You need a redstone torch and you need this pressure plate just like this, all right? That's literally the magic piece. And then cover it up with something natural. If you put redstone on top, you'll see once I step on this, it depowers the whole thing, all right? That's kind of the whole magic system. Then you're gonna break some blocks here and this is where your pistons are gonna go. Now you get to close it up. That's your secret base. No indication anything's in there. If I shoot this with a bow, watch what happens. It pulls it back. But because Minecraft picks up the arrow shooting through the wall, you can still get in by just shooting this corner. So your secret base can be loaded over here, and then when you walk back, it'll open up again for you. It's almost easier than any type of piston door you could ever make. Now, the Minecraft flower farm allows you to get infinite flowers. All right, first thing we gotta do, dig a hole. So 3x3 hole coming up right now, and this is where the flower farm is gonna begin, with a chest in the center and hoppers pointing towards that. This is getting a little bit weird, hopperception, but we are. So once you've got this weird type design here, which seems to be one of the strangest things ever, you're gonna cover it all up and hide your work with diamonds because
we're rich and not noobs.
I didn't mean to throw a chicken in there. He's one of us now. To be honest, if you got this much diamond, I don't know why you're oh, he's got out.
Our boy's free.
Go ahead, buddy. You earned it. This looks kind of clean. This is why you build out of diamond. A note block with an observer. What is this? I think to myself,
Zach, this is about to be such an easy build. It's gonna be so fun.
And then we got note block, observer, sticky piston combos, and I'm like,
what is this?
And then again, all you want to do is get an observer facing down underneath here, so it's gonna face that flower. That's the setup. Don't ask me how this works. Putting these side by side, I guess, makes a repeater. Who knew? And then dinging this should extend it. All right, now we're getting some moves. So that's the mistake. I put a observer here, and this is actually meant to be not an observer, but something full of a bunch of bone meal, which is gonna be doing our feeding. I think once I turn it on, it'll just automatically start spraying bone meal. Let's see. Oh, look at that. And it just infinitely duplicates that one single plant right there. So if I change that to like a specific type of flower, is that what we're gonna see? So it duplicates your flowers? So here we go, poppy going in. Oh my gosh, look how cool that is. And then you can just come down here and open up your chest, and then all your poppies get sent there. Click right here to watch our top woodcutting hacks in Minecraft. Peace.